Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And the new Heavenly Noble Luminous Valentine has come out, the final light unit of the meta, and she seems to be pretty good on paper. She's actually exactly what I wanted her to be as far as her unknown skill. So let's take a quick look. She is obviously light. She's magic, she uses a book, she's attack growth, she is a single target ult, so that's also good. Her ult is 430 up to 470% at 6 star. Also increases pierce power by 5%, so that helps out Raphael and herself just do, that tiny bit more damage. Her first skill we already knew from the from the Twitter preview. All allies light attack up by 60%, so 10% more than Leon. And also, at turn 8, becomes a 100% nerf to the stun evasion rate of a character, which kind of changes the game, because up until now, up until Light 3.0 was a thing, we had pretty much every difficult content you could not stun. They had 100% stun resistance, and there was nothing you could do about that. Even a unit with guaranteed stun could not get past that. It just wouldn't do anything. Now, we have a unit, it's an expensive skill, it's 80 points, just like Dark Shinsha's Dark Attack. That is also 80 points, and it stacks, and it gets more powerful at turn 8. This also gets an additional effect at turn 8. But it means that if you are in a fight and you need to go, and you can last 8 turns on a previously unstunnable piece of content, if you have Lumi, you can stun. Now, that is, again, dependent on 1, having Lumi, 2, lasting and living to turn 8, which some stages you just can't. Number 3, needing a separate stun character, which Raphael does fit the bill. Octagram Guy fits the bill. Technically, Alice fits the bill. But that's already 2 slots on your team that are taken. 1 for a resistance down and 1 purely for stun. Unless you're actually running the Light 3.0 team, of which Raphael is the DPS as well, which can work out. But I don't know. And you can only use it once per battle. Like this all the way down here, only use it once. So you can't just stun resist down multiple times if you have enough points. Doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Plus that'd be a 100-point skill or something, and that's just ridiculous. So, 60% attack, better than Leon. 80 skill cost, more than Leon. But Leon only does 50% light, and that's it. So, the stun resistance is interesting. We have to test it out. Her second skill is what I'd hoped for, and it's an orb change. So now we can completely remove Water Rimuru from the light team, right? So now you have Water Shuna for the orange to blue orb change and the alt buff. You've got Light Milim for that kind of special conversion skill of her own orbs. And then Lumi is the green orb changer, which is fantastic for this team. It needed it. Like, you have Sokka, who's a special convert. You have Lumi, green convert. You have Shuna, orange convert, or any other orange converter. You can have Geld, I don't know. But this is good. This is what I wanted. This is good. Her Valor trait nerfs orange damage on a 2 combo. Fine, whatever. Her actual trait, 3 more characters, increases protection gauge by 3 up to 5 every 2 turns. So she's got the same trait as Water Shion and a few other units that I can't remember off the top of my head, but Water Shion is the one that comes to mind. This is a good trait. Every 2 turns you get protection gauge. It's not a huge increase, but it is an increase. And you can, it can come in clutch sometimes. So combine that with the protection gauge you get from Raphael on turn 3, and then maybe if you have a duped up Light Rimuru, that's protection gauge for the first 3 turns, you actually can get a decent amount of protection gauge whenever you really need it. So I think this works well. The enhancement skill, once you get to a 6 star, the pierce power up goes from 5 to 10%, so just extra damage. I don't really recommend you 6 star this Val. And then her EX board gives her herself pierce power, and she's a self buffer. So overall, on paper, she looks to be very, very interesting because 1, let's go check it out. Let's see. Let's go Tempered Edge, and let's go Gazel, right? Gazel on EX3 can't be stunned. Now you can stun him. So I'm gonna do that. Let's check out some of the older Tempered Edges. Earth Tempered Edge, right? EX3. Benimaru cannot be stunned. Now he can. Soe cannot be stunned. Now he can. But it is, again, dependent on you living 8 turns, which 8 turns in EX3 for the Earth, this stage specifically, is actually kind of hard. This stage is kind of difficult. It was the first Tempered Edge, well, not the first EX3, but the first EX2. It took a lot out of you. But then you go into, let's say, let's check out some other things. So, Conquest. Who's a difficult... Milim, right? Milim, EX Milim. Now you can stun her, right? You can stun Master Milim. That's fine. She doesn't have any resistance. But now you can stun the EX Conquests. High-level Crucible. Once we get in there, my neighbors are dropping shit all over the fucking floor again. This Rimuru, you can stun him now too. So you can apply her effect across a number of stages, but you need to pull her. And obviously she's going to be the most useful on the Light 3.0 team. And she's actually necessary. 100% necessary if you want to attempt EX 3, 4, and 5 of this new Tempered Edge. Because EX2, Veldora, he has all this stuff, he has all this, he has no other resistance. But as soon as you hit EX3, as soon as you hit it, 100% stun resistance. They have actually gate-kept EX3, 4, and 5 to you having Lumi, which is really, really crappy. I'm not going to lie to you. I won't sugarcoat that. It's pretty shitty. Alright, he has 1.3 million health. You can't... Here. 1.3 million health. You know what EX5 has? Let's check it out. He has 1.78 million HP. Million. And you cannot stun him anymore unless you have Lumi. The Water team is not going to do 1.7 million damage. The Dark team is not going to do 1.7 million damage. Both those teams rely on extra crit damage, and guess what? This Veldora has 100% crit resistance. Now, yes, you can use Water Hinata to seal that, but Water Hinata, even ulting with, Shuna, Shion, and Hinata, you are not doing 1.7 million HP. I'm going to try it, so you don't have to, but I can tell you straight up right now, fully buffed Hinata with Raphael's light resistance down does 358k. My 100 Hinata with, full gear and everything. 358. We have a few more HP points left over after that ult. And, Shuna's not going to hit hard as Hinata. Shion is not going to hit as hard as either of them. So we can do maybe one, we can do like 600k HP. If with all 3 ults. Maybe more. You still have 1 million left. You can't do it. You cannot do these 3 stages without Valentine, and it is so unfortunate. Such a bad choice. The 100% stun resistance down is a cool thing. I don't think they should have made it for this stage. But, getting back on track, as far as Lumi is concerned, you can use her other places. You can slot her in on other teams, granted, if you have a stun unit that is reliable. Because there's no point in bringing her if you're using Alice with a 30% chance, less than that, I don't remember. Like, that's not worth it. That's not what I would consider a smart move. If you have Octogram Guy with his guaranteed 1-turn stun for 1 unit, fine. If you have Raphael and you have Lumi, perfect. That'll work together. You probably have the rest of the light meta too then. Her banner is the same kind of format as Milim's, though. So Milim has herself and then Light 1.0. And also Lumi has herself and Light 1.0. So she's at a 0.7% rate. These are at 0.5. I pulled 2 more Shions and another Rimuru and a Shizu on this banner. I pulled 2 Shions, a Rimuru on this banner. So, I mean, I guess they're really trying to push you having extra light units, I guess. Even though the Tempered Edge stage is resistant to physical, you need to stun him. So I don't know. I think on paper, if you have Light 3.0 as a whole, she is a necessary pickup for that team, if you want to run that team. If you don't have Light 3.0, and you're like, can I use Lumi other places? You got to ask yourself, like, do you actually need her, though? Because, yeah, you can now stun certain stages. Did you need to stun those stages, though? Do you have enough power to take them out regardless? Because, you know, a team that can kill most events at this point is Violet and the Burn team and the Fire team. That can clear 99% of content. 90% of content. Let's drop that down a little bit. And you don't need to stun. It doesn't rely on stun. It just relies on Violet doing a shit ton of burn damage. Benimaru helping with the burn. Hero helping with the burn, right? That is a very good team, and it is unrestricted. And you can, you know, beat EX5 Clayman. You know, cool beans, whatever. This team, this Light team, specifically requires all of its units, because I played EX3 and 4 of that Tempered Edge, and I'll tell you what, without this Milim, without this, obviously without the Valentine, without these two units, you ain't gonna do it. It's just not gonna happen. So you really need to ask yourself, if you want to summon on this banner, like, is it worth it? Can I actually effectively use this Valentine without Light? Can I not beat certain stages that would only help me by having a stunnable thing? Do you have Octogram Guy? I wouldn't buy Octogram Guy because you have this Lumi. I would just summon on this banner. Alright? Octogram Guy is cool. He's free. But if you're like questioning who you should get, probably the Octogram version of Lumi is a better pickup than Guy right now. Now, depending on, you know, if more stunnable content comes out that doesn't require Lumi, maybe he'll be a more, you know, more enticing pickup at that point. But right now, I think that if you're on the fence, you don't have Light 3.0, I don't think you should summon. You wait for my showcase, wait to see me attempt to use her on multiple teams to see if it's feasible, and then you can make an informed decision. But right now, if you don't have Light 3.0, if you don't have Raphael, Shuna, Milim, I don't think she's worth it. She's a good orb changer. There are other orb changers. Rimuru does her orb changing. The light attack buff, Leon is in the general pool, right? Yeah, it's not 60%, it's 50, oh no, but it's also 15 points less. So that is my advice for you. I will be attempting to, you know, test her out all day tomorrow, or today, depending on when I put this video up, so I can give you guys a decent showcase. It will probably be long, because I'm going to try and use her in a lot of different places. So, forewarning on that. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how your summons went if you summoned on her banner. I know I saw a lot of people in my stream get her first, second, third multi. I saw someone on my Discord get 2 of her on second multi. Congratulations, I hate you. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. But that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later. One other thing I'd like to point out before we actually end the video. Thanks to Yuki again for data mining this. He went through tonight's upload and found, you know, pretty standard stuff. We got the banner image for the ticket, the speed battle stuff because he's not, you know, super current on it, the actual banner, the assets for Lumi, but also he found this right here. So we have looks like a buyable crystal pack that comes with a dupe of Milim and a dupe of Valentine. Now these are not currently active in-game, so they're gonna come next week or something, but like, let's check it out. We have the normal ticket pack, we've got the gear, we've got the not awakened gear, and then we've got, you know, the Milim stuff. And then the lucky bag battle, which is just a random 5-star. But, you know, that pack is not active in-game, these 2 packs, so I'm sure these will cost probably the $79.99 for almost 1,000 crystals and a free dupe of Milim and Val. So this is just super whale territory now. Now, just keep in mind that when these packs do come out, this will not automatically give you a free copy, like your first initial copy of Valentine or Milim. This is kind of like how the bingo board works, where if you happen to have Milim, or I just try to combine their names, Milim or Valentine, then you can get them to 84. But you do not get a free one of them automatically. So whenever these drop sometime, please be aware of that. I'll reiterate that when they actually do go live. But those are interesting for, you know, people who do want to spend quite a bit of money. I don't really recommend it, because honestly, like, you don't need dupes in these units. Her having her protection trait is cool. Her trait is not that good. But, like, you would want dupes in Raphael, who you already get a dupe of, right? So, whatever. It's not that big a deal. I wouldn't worry too much about these unless you're really spendy. So yeah, that is the actual end of the video. Have a good night, guys. Take it easy, and I will see you later.